lived in this house went crazy.
There's something haunted about this house. Being in there alone is just really, really terrifying.
Oh, that gave me chills.
There are a lot of terrifying things going on in this house.
A lot of the people that have tried to live in this house have gone crazy.
Yes.
That was clearly footsteps.
There is somebody in this house. We are security.
I haven't went crazy yet, I don't think.
Hey everyone, Ryan and Dave here.
And welcome to our paranormal quest. Tonight we are going to be investigating one of the spookiest, most sinister, haunted houses that I think we have ever been to. This place has a dark history that really can't be explained. There's a lot of urban legends about this house and a lot of things that kind of connect to reality and historical fact in ways that are strange and bizarre.
There are a lot of rumors of hauntings and terrifying things going on in this house. Footsteps, shadows, people being pushed.
And tonight we're here to try and see if we can capture this paranormal activity on camera, because there's a lot of stories from inside this house, and we're here to find out if we can document this paranormal activity on camera. So join us tonight as we investigate the haunted Bruce Mansion in Brown City, Michigan.
Pulling up to this place was very creepy, very chilling.
I think we were pretty shocked when we first saw this place.
All right, you guys, we are heading to a place that our friends Connor and Dawson have been urging us to go to because it's so insanely creepy and haunted.
Yeah, they said this place is actually one of the freakiest looking haunted houses that they have ever seen. So I'm excited to investigate this place. And from what I've heard, the history of this place is actually really dark. There's a lot of history that ties the house and the land to a lot of urban legends that are dark and sinister. And I'm excited to investigate this place tonight. And actually, to be honest, I'm a little nervous about this place.
Yeah, because Connor and Dawson had some crazy stuff happen, so.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely insane. They told us as soon as they left, they said, you have to go to this place. A few days later, we jumped on and we booked it because we're like, this place is insane. In Brown City, Michigan, of all places.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna be right up here
Let's see.
beside this gas station?
On the left, I think.
Holy sh**.
What?
That place is freaky.
Oh my gosh.
That is the epitome of a haunted house. Oh my God.
Wow. I don't have any words. Oh my gosh. That is like Disney's Haunted Mansion.
Right. If you look up haunted house in the dictionary, you guys, that place comes up. A picture of that place comes up right beside the definition of haunted house.
Wow.
Holy crap.
Wow.
That is crazy. We gotta park here in the gas station because I guess we have to go into the gas station to check in, which is kind of crazy.
Wow.
We can get a one-topping pizza while checking into the haunted overnight paranormal investigation of the Bruce Mansion.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Hello, sir. We're here to check in for the overnight paranormal investigation tonight.
There's two of you today.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god, that looks divine.
That's a really cool system, though. So far, really nice people.
Yeah, he even offered to make us a pizza, even though we can't eat it.
Oh, no.
This is absolutely insane.
Crazy. They're still doing tours right now. So, but here in a little bit, we're going to have this place all to ourselves. And I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm excited. And I think if you guys have been watching the channel long enough, you know exactly where I want to go. But I don't know. I want to go to the roof. And hopefully not fall off.
Guys, we cannot allow Dave to go to the roof. There was a horrifying story that happened this year, just in May, of a woman who fell from that top tower and nearly died.
Yeah.
So we absolutely cannot allow Dave to go to the tower. I am not picking you up out of the yard or the driveway.
Yeah. Probably not the best idea.
No.
Okay, well,
But
what do you think?
Let's get this night started and head in here, because I have a feeling there's something crazy waiting for us inside this place.
Me too.
Everybody, welcome to the Bruce Mansion. As far as personal experiences that I've had here, I have a lot of catching things out of the corner of my eye. And yes, I do hear a lot of bumps in the night. I stay here on site, live here.
When we first pulled up to the place, it looked like a house straight out of like the Addams Family, or like if you looked at that house, it would just definitely give you the vibe that there's something haunted about this house.
This was a place that you were really anxious to investigate and really excited to investigate. Why?
Well, so for me personally, Edgar Allan Poe is like one of my favorite people. I mean, he was nuts. I love him, and this house has a story that is almost identical to the Telltale Heart. Do you remember that story, the Telltale Heart?
Absolutely.
He had the heart, he had the body underneath the floor, he was paranoid, he was going crazy. And this story is very similar to that, they allege that the man, John Walker, hit somebody with his car on a back road.
He hit someone out on the road, and this was back when cars first came out, early 1900s. And he allegedly killed someone with his car and hid the body on the property, buried the body. And a few months later, overcome with grief, he hung himself on the next floor up in the tower of the house.
With that is just the urban legend of it, but I actually dug up some information that potentially gives this story a little bit of credence if you wanted to hear it.
Yeah.
So, obviously there's no body found. There is no proof that he ever hit anybody with his car, but I found a death certificate of a man by the name of John Walker who lived in this township back in the correct timeline, and his death is not unknown like they say on the internet. This may be the first time it's out there. His death is not unknown. His true death is marked as, it's a lot of big words. I can't really pronounce them, but essentially the meaning of it is extreme stress. Like, this does not happen unless you are stressed out to the max for a very long time. And for me, that doesn't mean that he killed anybody, but with the amount of stress and the stories of him just going crazy because he killed somebody and paranoid, to me that gives a little bit of credence to that urban legend, to more than just a campfire story, to where, okay, why was he so stressed out?
There's a long-running rumor or legend about people that live in the house, the owners here.
Yeah, it seems like, like me and Dawson were there, and we were trying to put pieces together about some of the stories about the people that live there, and it seemed like every person that has lived in this house has, like, sort of gone crazy, I guess you want to say. The last owner kind of, like, just spray painted all the insides of the house, like leaving everything to my daughter, things like that.
So I'm going to omit the name here, but owner's name, leave everything I have or will have to the love of my life a woman's name, and then leave, just scribbled on the walls. And then throughout the rest of this room, there's other things that were written on the walls that have since been covered up. You can see there's writing underneath of it, but they've since been covered up with like orange spray paint. So definitely the guy that was living here before the current owners of the house definitely had something going on. It's definitely very strange. Let me ask you this, because we heard from Connor and Dawson that I think someone had told them that a lot of the people that have tried to live in this house have gone crazy.
Yes.
Does that make you nervous at all while having staying here?
No, but like I said, I'm a skeptic. I'm not a big believer in that kind of a thing. So I don't know if because I always rationalize it away somehow or another, like the things I hear or see. But I have heard that even construction crews that have tried to come and work here have left and said, no, we don't want to work here. We won't work here. But personally, I haven't went crazy yet, I don't think.
One of the first owners that built the house, I forget his first name, but his last name obviously is Bruce. I was told his wife fell down the stairs by the front door and actually died in that house.
The woman who allegedly fell down the stairs and died, the story was that it was the son's house and his mother had fallen down the stairs and died. What seems to have happened was it was the mother's house. Her name was Cynthia. It was the mother's house, and the son then took over the home and sold it to John Walker. I think that's where this game of telephone begins, because it was always a story of the son and the mother. It just got reversed somewhere down the line, but the true fact is the mother, Cynthia, owned and lived in the house. I could not find any proof that she fell down the stairs, but I do have proof that she died within the house. And her death certificate actually has probably on the cause of death, which is also interesting. It was rupture of the heart, probably on the actual death certificate. If she truly fell down the stairs, it's one of those things where she might have climbed to the top of the stairs, had this heart issue, fell down, and that's where she was found. It is not on the death certificate as she fell down the stairs, but she absolutely, this woman did live there, did die there, and then her son sold it to John Walker. So there's evidence to say that that story is also true.
The only thing I've heard is that there's a Ouija board melted in the table or just on the table down in the basement, and that they don't know why there's a Ouija board down in the basement, because the owners that took over this house took over it about a month ago, June 1st, and they don't really know too much about why things are in this house or, like much of the history of it, whatever. But I don't really know too much about the Ouija board. They just know that they don't know why it's down in the basement.
And talk about the Ouija board in the basement, because that's something we're curious about.
I discovered that the first time that I went down, which was actually about 3 weeks ago. It was the first time I went in the basement, and there it was. And like I said, I'm a skeptic, but at the same time, I shy away from that kind of thing. I haven't touched it, moved it, but I have no idea how long it's been here.
Connor and Dawson, our friends, Paranormal Encounters and Dawson Taller, the two YouTube channels that have been here before us, weren't able to come down here to the basement because it was flooded. But it's not flooded now. So we're going to go see if we can see this Ouija board and see exactly what's up with it. So, you ready?
Yep.
Watch your step here. This is got a pretty... This is definitely a creepy haunted basement, stereotypical. Guessing this is it right here? Yep, there it is. And it is. Yeah, it's attached to this table, which is attached to the ground. No, it's not attached to the ground, is it? No, it's just really heavy. But just this table has a Ouija board glued to it. That's interesting. An interesting interior design choice. I mean, it could be that whoever lived here before was really into the paranormal, just wanted to use the board as a design for, like decoration. But it certainly would freak someone out if they had no idea what, if they'd only seen the movies about Ouija boards. I mean, you said you think you might have an explanation for it, Dave?
Yeah, to me it looks to just be like a Halloween prop. It looks like, just from evidence upstairs, it looks to me like at one point they attempted to do a haunted house in here. Oh. And that just seems to be like it would be a prop for the haunted house.
Yeah.
That would be my explanation for it.
It could be. It could be. Could have been that it was a prop for the haunted house, along with a lot of other stuff that we've seen out on the surrounding property, so.
Everybody who lived in this house, basically everybody who lived in this house, went crazy, ended up either getting divorced or ruining relationships, very close relationships, and it spills over to people that just hung out around the house a lot. Everybody just, they went crazy, they got divorced, and then you have the story of the girl who fell from the very top of the house. That was her best friend who was with her in that moment. Now, we don't know exactly what happened, but what we do know is that was her absolute best friend, and once that happened, they no longer spoke again, which is kind of a major plot point for Asmodeus. And it's a big thing to throw out there. You may not even want to really entertain that, but while I was in the house, I just kept getting this nagging feeling like, why is everybody going crazy? This is connected to something that I know about, but I'm not going to say anything about it because I didn't want to scream that out into the universe. I also think if you're open to that sort of thing, I would say ask about 7 a few times. See what happens.
Okay, I know you told us on text message that you weren't going to tell us what you meant by that we should just ask about 7, whatever that means, so.
7 is Asmodeus. That is the number he chooses to go by.
Back in the 1800s, they used the front parlor, or whatever they would call it at that time. If your loved one passed away, they would bring the body here. And like I said, it was pre-funeral home era, and they would display the bodies in the front of the home. And so there's been hundreds, maybe, of dead bodies downstairs in that front room.
You and Dawson were in here alone. What was the atmosphere? What was the energy like in here?
Oh, it felt supercharged, when we were in there. Honestly, the vibe just got really spooky in the house. Like, you definitely felt like somebody was in the house following you around. Several times I told Dawson I had to look behind me. I said I kept feeling like somebody's watching me or following me from behind. We would hear somebody downstairs. We heard noises, like somebody ran up the stairs on Dawson in the attic, and that was really frightening because I caught that in audio in his lavalier.
What happened up there?
What the f***, dude?
What? What just happened?
You didn't hear that?
I heard something. What was it? A crack?
It was like something on the stairs.
What happened up there?
What the f***, dude?
What? What just happened?
You didn't hear that?
I heard something. What was it? A crack?
It was like something on the stairs.
It's a really spooky house. I mean, honestly, being in there alone is just really, really terrifying.
And the little girl that allegedly passed away, she was here under quarantine with tuberculosis in the late 1800s. There's a lot of activity on the next floor, and there's a lot of reported sightings of a man like with a little girl behind him that he's like protecting a little girl. Other groups that have came with the EVPs and all that kind of thing, there's huge amount of activity here. If you know how to detect it and see it, which I never did before. But you guys are going to have your hands full tonight. You'll have lots of activity, I can promise you that.
Things would pop into my head while I was there. I kept feeling like, hey, do not stand on the top of the stairs. I just kept getting this nagging feeling. Something's going to push us down the stairs. Which, at the end of the night, Connor was standing at the very top of the very highest floor stairs and felt something pull his shirt backwards towards the stairs.
We should, although the...
What? Someone just pulled my shirt.
No, I told you to be careful by the stairs. I'm not kidding.
Something just pulled my shirt back.
They were trying to pull you down the stairs. I'm not, like, trying to hype it up.
Guys, I'm not kidding you. Hold on. I gotta see it. I don't have a flashlight. Shoot. I don't have a light on me. Dawson. Hold on. Okay. I literally felt the back of my shirt. Turn around. I'll show you. I felt the back of my shirt go like that. Right up the stairs. It scared the hell out of me.
Is there anything else you think you want to tell us before we tackle this house?
Don't stand on the top of the stairs. If you're gonna be up there and you want to be in the stairway area, be off to the side.
If you guys find a body there, let me know. I hope you guys have a good investigation, though, because that house is seriously terrifying. I would tell you guys to definitely split up and go solo in the house and just let it sort of open up to you. Because I felt like when I did my solo there is when we started really experiencing some really weird stuff after that.
Okay, well, it sounds like we're going to have to go solo at some point tonight, which is good for us because that means one of us gets to sit in the air conditioning in the car.
Yeah, because it was super hot when I was there. So good luck.
Thanks, Connor. We appreciate it, man, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks, Dawson. We're going to tackle this house, and we'll let you know what we capture.
Absolutely.
Thanks again,
Have a
man.
good night, boys.
We appreciate it. Thanks, man. Yeah, thank you. Interesting. So, guys, Connor just released a video a couple weeks ago from this house, and Dawson is releasing a video sometime around this. So go over to Dawson Toller's channel and Connor's channel, Paranormal Encounters. They'll be linked in the description. Once you're done watching our investigation, go watch theirs because they, as you heard them talk about, caught some crazy stuff in here.
Oh, yeah.
You ready to jump into this investigation?
I am. Let's do it.
Let's get started. All right, so we are officially ready to get started here at the Bruce Mansion. We are going to start at Dawson's request, or at Dawson's suggestion. We're going to go up to the second floor and start there.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Let's go. Whoa. Music box just went off.
I heard that.
Went down this hallway right here. I have it propped up so it's pointed upwards, so it has an upward angle, but I have it propped up by a spirit box, so that's not anything strange underneath it. That's just our spirit box to angle it upwards because most people, unless they're walking right in front of it, aren't going to break the field right along the floor.
Right.
Did you set off the music? Can you step in front of it again so we can see that music play? Cue Dave standing right in front of, right at the top of the stairs like everyone told him not to.
That's right. When in Rome.
That's right. Even the guy over at the gas station, Dave, he told me, he said, I always make sure I don't stand at the top of the stairs when I was over there buying an energy drink. There's something about these stairs that freaks everyone out.
I don't know what it would be.
As you can see, as Dave walks there, it's going off. Whoa. Hello? Is there someone standing right here in front of me? Is this the little girl that I think it was either Dan or Dave over at the gas station told me your name was Emily, I think? Is this Emily? Is this Cynthia? Is that what Dawson said her name was? Cynthia?
Mm-hmm.
Is this Cynthia, the woman who owned the house before John Walker? I'll walk over here so I'm not blocking that. In case the mail goes off or candle goes off. Ooh. We got a temperature disruption or temperature change. If you see that in the middle of the hallway there, you can stand on that strip that's going back and forth with the blue light, and it'll light up. And we don't want you to push us down the stairs, but if you want to push anything down the stairs, you can either shove that candle off the banister or you can push that little box we have set there. You can push that off. We're going to start by calling out to you, if anyone's here, to show us where you want us to go, to talk to you. To show us where we need to go.
If there was a lady that died by falling down these stairs here, can you touch the device that we set at the top of the stairs?
If you just passed away from, or if you had a heart attack, can you make the candle turn off by touching it? It's not going to hurt you. It's not hot. It might be strange to see a candle that's not real fire, but it might be strange to see a candle that's not real fire, but it's not going to hurt you. Can you just touch that candle for us? It's a lot louder nowadays than it was back when you lived here, I'm sure, because when you lived here, you didn't have all these cars driving by. You didn't have all of this insanity going on around you. Do you ever get tired of hearing that?
If you're somewhere in the house listening to us, could you make a loud sound so we know that you're there?
We should give him some space and walk down here to the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
See this? See all those pretty lights? You can do that too. Follow us down here. That is an old bed frame.
Mm-hmm.
John Walker. We heard you went through a really rough time, that you lost your wife and then you made a mistake As the story goes, it may not be correct. But can you give us a sign if you accidentally hurt someone? And you felt that guilt? Maybe you still feel that guilt.
Is it true that you buried somebody in the yard or on the property or under the house? If it is, can you touch one of these devices that we set up? Hello?
Whoever was setting off that music, where'd you go? Let me ask you this. I don't really understand at all what it means. But what does the number 7 mean? What does the number 7 mean?
Is there some kind of force or entity in this house that has ties to the number 7 for some reason? If there is, touch one of these devices that we set up, please.
We're going to be in here for a while tonight. Sometimes it'll be both of us, sometimes it'll just be one of us at a time. And I wanted to tell you that when I'm in here, you can do anything that you want. You can push me, you can scratch me, you can hurt me, you can do whatever you want to do to show me that you're here. You can scare me. There's nothing that I'd love more than to experience what everyone else has in this house.
Could you open or close a door for us? Maybe open the door to the attic here. I'm standing here watching. Can you push the door to the attic open? Or the 3rd floor, whatever you called it? Go ahead and push it open if you're here. Or close the door to the bedroom here. If you're capable of pushing people down the stairs or off the roof or making people go crazy, or I think you could shut a door.
Got very quiet. You want to walk back away from the front of the house to get away from the road noise and then maybe do an EVP session back in here?
Yeah.
The further away from the road noise that we can get, the better. Rolling EVP session. Placing the recorder right here. Is there anyone in here with us that wants to talk? If you can hear us, you'll have to speak really loudly because there's an open window right here. It's Seems to be letting some noise in.
Was there somebody by the name of Cynthia who lived and died in this house? Did you have an infarction when you were coming up the stairs? What?
Just never heard that word before. Infarction.
He has a heart attack.
Dave's breaking out the fancy medical terms here, and I'm just sitting here like, an infarction?
At least I think that's what it is.
Cynthia, we love your home. It's beautiful.
Was there really a man in this house who hanged himself after hurting somebody? No, listen back.
Mm-hmm. Nothing on EVP. Nothing on EVP, but I tell you what, I could stand here all evening.
I know, that's why I haven't moved.
That breeze blowing in that window is the cool relief that we so desperately crave for a long time.
Yeah.
Has anyone done anything out here? We didn't hear the music, the candle's still on. That box is still sitting there at the top of the stairs. Are you waiting for us to come in here alone? What about back here?
Diesel truck.
Nah, I know that, but
Oh.
I'm stuck.
Oh.
Thank you. Hear that music again? They've definitely added on to this house quite a bit.
Yeah. This is another apartment. Can you try to make that music play? All you gotta do is walk down the hallway that we just did.
You saw us do it. Just walk right there. I tell you what, if you make that music play, we'll leave the house for a little bit. We'll go outside. Give you some space. Would you like that?
So quiet.
Very quiet. Maybe just for 10 minutes to end this session before we do abandonment.
Mm-hmm.
Just tap in and do just a quick, brief Estes. 10 minutes max.
Okay.
See if anything comes through that could be relevant. We'll set up right here at the top of the stairs where supposedly people were
pushed or grabbed. Connor had his shirt grabbed from his story, from what Dawson said, so
Yeah,
maybe someone can communicate that way.
maybe.
If I sit here, this should be good, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Whoops.
Yeah.
I'm going to be using the ghost tube lens as a blindfold. Okay, so there's that. There's that. Okay. Okay, and we are good. Heard something.
All right, so my name is Dave, and that is my friend Ryan in there, sitting on the ground. I'm going to be asking you some questions, and you can answer my questions through the radio that Ryan is using.
They'll get you.
Can you come through and first start off by telling me what your name is?
There was a man's voice that came through there. I couldn't make it out, but it ended with an N, I think.
Could you repeat yourself? Could you tell us what your name is? That would be most helpful. Are you one of the former owners of this house? Is it all right that we're here in the house trying to talk to you?
Leave.
Okay. If you want us to leave, and that was you that responded, and you want us to leave, like you said, there's something sitting at the top of the stairs. Push it down the stairs, and we'll leave. Knock it over and push it down the stairs.
Problems here?
But I don't think you'll do that.
Woman said in the or something like that.
What is the name of the person who fell down the stairs?
Brings them here?
I don't know what that means.
An hour.
Again, are you one of the owners, former owners of the home? If you are, please come through and tell us your name.
I love.
How come you're still stuck here in this house? Do you know that you've...
In there.
Yeah, I'm going in here. So if you don't want me in here, slam this door or tell Ryan over there that you want me out.
Oh, that was weird. A woman's voice came through. I couldn't make it out, though. I'll have to review it.
Who was that just came through? What's your name? If you're upset that we're in here and you want us to leave, let us know.
Two, 2,000? And then I heard the word men.
How come people are afraid of this house?
I something them.
Do you like scaring people that come here to this house?
I need them, maybe, or something like that.
You need them? What does that mean? Does it upset you when people come into this house? And if so, why?
Thank you.
What are you thanking me for? I didn't do anything. Actually, I'm quite irritable and irritated to be in here tonight because it's very hot and muggy, and I didn't sleep well last night. Are you able to pick up on that negative energy?
Something about a home? Not their home? Or something like that.
Are you able to pick up on my negative energy? If you are, there's a shovel right here in front of me. Can you knock that shovel over?
It's Dave.
Yeah, my name is Dave. Who are you? My friends Connor and Dawson were here a few weeks ago.
Take it.
Do you remember them being here?
Was hurt.
Music box just went off. Do you remember Connor and Dawson? If you do, make that music box play again.
Was hurt.
Music box just went off. Do you remember Connor and Dawson? If you do, make that music box play again. Dawson wanted me to ask and inquire about the number 7. Can you come through the radio if that means anything to you? Ryan is listening. He's sitting on the floor over there. You can answer through him. What does the number 7 mean?
I will see, or I can see.
Is there something going on in this house to do with the number 7? Do you like the number 7? There was a woman recently who fell off the top of the house. Did you have
Do your job.
Did you have something to do with that woman falling off the house? Do you make all the people who
Those people.
What about those people? Are you responsible for making all of the owners of this house lose their mind?
Stop.
Or is it just something environmental? There's a lot of stories and a lot of legends and a lot of hearsay about things going on in this house. And if they're true, I'd love for you to come through and talk to me about it.
With you there.
Who is the name of the man who hanged himself on the 3rd floor?
He's done.
What do you mean he's done?
Come on.
I'm waiting on you to do something. I've been standing here begging you to respond to me for a long time, and I haven't heard anything. So you come on, bro. You still haven't pushed that thing down the steps. You still haven't turned the candle off. You haven't come through and told us your name. if you're so vicious as they claim, I would have expected to see all of that happen by now. But no. I'm going to walk into the front bedroom here. Whose bedroom was this? Huh? Whose room was this? If this was your room, can you come through the radio and let us know?
There was a voice there, but I couldn't make it out. I gotta review that one.
Should we go up to the attic, the 3rd floor? Will you show yourself up there? We're just curious to know if there's somebody in this house, like it's being claimed. So far, I don't think so.
Phew.
But you could prove me wrong.
It's just gone really quiet.
Yeah.
Oh. Whew.
It's the second time that's happened. I don't know if that's a bug doing that or what. Because there's some chonkers in here.
You see a bug back there?
Do I?
Yeah, do you?
Not actively.
Did any of that have any relevance at all?
No.
No. Well, I think it's time that we see what stirs up whenever we leave some cameras in here alone.
Yeah, let's do it.
Inside one of Michigan's most haunted houses. All right, we're getting ready to leave 2 cameras set up here in the Bruce mansion. We're conserving batteries because there's no electricity here. So we're gonna do 2 cameras, one in the attic and one here on the 1st floor. This is the front parlor where they actually would have held wakes or viewings in front of the house. And then the attic, of course, is where the little girl is said to have passed away from tuberculosis and hangs out. So we're also gonna be using ghost chatter to ask questions while we're gone. Now remember, this is not messages from spirits. This is questions that I have pre-typed into this app to ask while we are gone in hopes that maybe something will respond to it. And if you want your own version of Ghost Chatter, you can get it in the iOS store, iOS App Store, or the Google Play Store. And also, if you want to win free versions of Ghost Chatter, we're going to be giving away 6 free Ghost Chatter premium subscriptions. You have to download the app, which is free, and then you'll get a premium subscription. All you have to do is comment down below, I love Ghost Chatter, and I love the Bruce Mansion. And from those comments, we'll pick 6 at random to get a premium Ghost Chatter subscription. So make sure you go down there and comment that below. I'm gonna go ahead and start the isolation session. In 10 seconds, it'll ask the first question. We are gonna go ahead and use Emma the child, so that maybe whoever's here will be more likely to speak if it's a child asking the questions.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're leaving. Let's go.
What happens to the owners of this house if they live here?
Okay. Ready?
Ready? These are some of the most terrifying sounds that you can hear inside a haunted mansion. Sudden footsteps and growling. And we're only 5 minutes into the abandonment. But trust me when I tell you, these sounds are not paranormal. When we placed this camera here, we had no idea. The only thing we'd be capturing is a raccoon party in the attic. This not only explains the sounds of footsteps we captured on the last session, but also means any sounds or movement we hear inside this house can't even be considered as paranormal evidence. And it's obvious, these furry trash pandas have made themselves at home here inside the Bruce mansion, and we're in their house now. An unfortunate fact that they're less than thrilled about. The EMF candle does trigger 5 more times in the attic, which is strange inside a house with no electricity. And the music box does alarm again. But our whole abandonment session on the 3rd floor is contaminated. Down in the parlor, Ghost Chatter continues to ask questions.
Who is the lady that fell down the stairs?
And the EMF tripwire does trigger numerous times. But nothing definitively shocking happens. And as we return to the house, we have no idea what situation we're walking into. But later tonight, we'll find out firsthand. Because as you can see, the raccoon feces has created a certain scent up here. A scent that Dave's nose is not happy about. Alright, Dave, we officially finished abandonment, and now we are getting ready to do solos in this house. We didn't have much happen when we both were in there together, so we want to try and isolate, split up, make ourselves more vulnerable. And we are going to go in. You're going to be in the car while I go in first.
Yep.
And then you're going to come in when I go outside. And I'm going to do the basement and the attic, the 2 areas that you cannot do.
Yeah. I'll explain that more in the car.
So this is going to be creepy because the basement is very old. It's very dark. And somehow I'm always the one that goes to the creepy basements.
Well, that's because there's spiders there. Well, good luck. Hopefully you have something happen, and watch out for spiders.
I'll do my best. Good luck out here. Maybe something will happen when you're sitting out here.
Maybe.
Maybe
I'm parked over top of the buried body.
Maybe. I'll see if John Walker wants to talk in here.
Okay.
Or whoever 7 is.
That's true.
In we go. Okay. All right, I'm officially inside. I'm not going to do a static camera on this one because I'm going to be wandering and I'm completely alone in here. Dave's outside. I'm going to wander through this house with just a handheld camera to face in front of me, point wherever I want to, and then this face camera right here to capture whatever reaction I have to what happens. I'm going to be going minimal equipment, and I'm also going to be running on, as a part of Ghost Chatter, which we used on abandonment, I'm going to be using a new feature from Ghost Chatter, and that is the Ghost Chatter box, which is a spirit box built in. And I want to test this out because Connor worked really hard to make this work. And I want to see if I can get any intelligent responses to come through. So let's start on the ghost chatter box here. It is a spirit box. I'm headed to the basement.
All right, you guys. I'm sitting out here in the car. Ryan is inside doing his solo. And when he is done, then I'm going to head in. Now, I will be interested to see if Ryan has anything happen while he's in there. Because, for the most part, we haven't had anything happen. And I'm curious to know if that's because of... And I'm curious to know if that's because of the state of mind that I'm in tonight. I'm very tired. Damn.
Down I go. Where's the stairs begin? Okay, right here. This is going to be interesting because I have no light. Creepy, creepy basement. Hello? If there's anyone down here, my name is Ryan. I've come down here to talk to you. To see if anyone wants to speak to me. Hi. I want to speak to anyone who's lived in this house. I just kicked something. It is dark as down here.
What we see.
Is that all you see is darkness? What we see. Am I seeing what you're seeing? Is the darkness? Oh, shit. Okay, I gotta step over that. Okay. Over I go. Who's the woman I'm hearing? Is this Cynthia? I want to see if you can use this box that I have in my hand to talk to me. Jesus Christ. Okay. And there's the Ouija board attached to the table. How this got here, we're unsure. Dave thinks it might have been a part of the haunted attraction they had here at one point. It's entirely possible, but I'm going to set this down right here. While I'm here, just to test and see. Mind you, there's no electricity in this house. None at all. So I want to put that out there.
Now, like we said, Ryan is going to the basement and the attic. I'm not going to the basement again because of I saw a lot of spider situations down there. And the guano up in the attic is atrocious. It's the worst that I've ever encountered, and we've been to a lot of places. And normally I can handle stuff like that, but it was very strong, so much so that I started gagging and dry heaving before we did this, and I actually started vomiting out here back behind my car, and just the overall smell up there was just foul. So I don't want to go back up there because I don't want to start doing that again. And yeah, so hopefully he's getting something happening there. So
someone said that People have told me and said that John Walker made a big mistake, that he felt so much guilt that he took his own life, and that was that he hit someone with his car and buried their body on the property here. Is that true? It's unsubstantiated, but they did find his death record, which didn't mention anything about why or how he passed away. It just said that he was under extreme stress. He was very distressed. Is that true? Was John Walker stressed? Oh, that gave me chills. Oh, that laugh gave me chills. That was creepy. That was so creepy. Is someone laughing about that? Is that funny, or was that just interference? Is that just noise? I want to know if you can use this. Tell me what you see right now. If someone's upstairs, you can move so I can hear your footsteps. Can you do that? Tell me, does that board mean anything? The board that my device is sitting on. Speak to me. Rolling EVP session, basement at Bruce Mansion. Placing by the Ouija board. Solo Ryan. Ow. Can you say something to me right there? Speak into that red light I just put down on the table. I'm all alone. This is when people have had extreme and crazy things happen. Water dripping. Are you happy in this house? Or is there too much tragedy? What does the number 7 mean? My friend Dawson said something about the number 7 and said we should ask. Will you tell me now that I'm alone? What is 7? Turning off. Ghost chatter, box, and listening back to EVP. Now's your chance if you want to use that box. I would love to see that light up if anyone is down here. It would show me that you're here because I can't see you, which is the perfect reason why you could sneak up on me if you wanted to. You could come up behind me and push me or grab my shirt. You could do whatever you wanted.
Section basement of Bruce Mansion, blazing by the Ouija board. Solo Ryan.
Alright guys, so just checking in. I've just been sitting here trying to get like a vibe for the place. If I can feel anything out here so far, I haven't really felt anything, haven't really seen anything. And yeah, hopefully Ryan is having something happen in there, and maybe he will get some really cool evidence that we can present to you guys. And hopefully when I go in, something happens as well. Maybe he'll stir something up while he's in there.
Turn off. Ghost chatter. Box. You're listening back to EVP.
Nothing on EVP, which doesn't necessarily mean anything, but 19 minutes in, I'll give it another couple minutes down here, but I still have to go up to the attic. So if there's anyone down here that still can hear my voice and wants to talk to me, now's your chance to say something. I'm going to be going upstairs in just a second, in just a couple of minutes. Make something crazy happen that'll show me that you're here, that'll show me that you're around me. Water dripping. Okay. Maybe something will happen on the way out of here. I'm going to swap out the Mel for the music box when we get up there, because I feel like the music box is something that... Son of a bitch. I feel like if there's someone... If it is Emily, the little girl that passed away of tuberculosis on the upper floor, I feel like she'll like the music box better than the Mel. So we got the music box. Or I have the music box, I should say. We're headed upstairs. We can't forget that the attic is where Connor and Dawson had footsteps run up on them. And maybe that'll happen to me up here. I'm gonna leave the door open to hear anything that may happen below me. I'm sure Dave's already divulged this information, but part of the reason why he couldn't is in the years or time that the house was, at least this attic was empty, it must have accrued some, it must have filled up with guano, feces. And there is still a pungent smell up here from that. It's been cleaned up. There's not any visual droppings that I've seen up here, but he still can't stand the smell. He almost threw up outside when we broke down abandonment. Now, Emily, if you can hear me, my name is Ryan. I don't mean you any harm. I'm up here by myself now. I had a couple of friends that came up here, Connor and Dawson, not long ago. And they heard some creepy things. I brought you a toy that plays music when you stand in front of it. It's sitting over there on the bucket, if you can see that. I'll show you how it works before I step away. If you walk here, see that? It plays a pretty tune. And maybe you can make it play a pretty tune for me. I'm going to restart on Chatterbox now that I'm no longer reviewing the EVPs. And I know I'm not going to get any interference on the music box because that actually detects thermal signatures in front of it to set off that sensor. I'm going to sit right here for a second. All right. Emily, if you can hear me, can you set off that music or speak through this box for me? I don't know if you can do either of those things, but that's why I'm here. I heard some strange voices come through when I was in the basement. And I'm not sure if they were answering or responding to what I was saying, but they alluded to the fact that they see darkness. At least that's what the response seemed like. Can you tell me, is that what you see? Can you see more than that? Guys, if the rumors about the legend is true, right up here is where John Walker would have taken his own life. John Walker, are you here? He's afraid of you? John, you don't have to be afraid. I'm a nice guy, I promise. You can come up here. Show me that you're here. Somehow. Some way. Can you shut a door? Or make the music go off?
Russian airspace.
John, people are telling stories about you. People are telling stories saying that you may have accidentally hit someone with your car or purposefully hit someone with your car. They're not sure. And then tried to hide it and felt so guilty that you couldn't take it anymore. Is that true? Is that how you feel, John? It's getting a bit creepy up here. It's getting a bit of a vibe. Can you run up these stairs at me? Can someone run up these stairs? I'm not trying to prove anything to anyone but myself, and that is that I want to know if you can still talk to me. If you can still hear me. If you can still make things happen. Move things.
All right, guys, here for another check-in. Again, I haven't had anything happen out here. I'm not expecting anything to happen out here. But it's always interesting. You never know if you're parked on the property of somewhere haunted. You never know if something could happen. It's not like Paranormal Activity is just tied to a structure. You know, it's also tied to land and things like that. But so far, nothing. I'm anxious to see what Ryan might have happening in there. And I don't know if he's made it up to the attic yet. I don't see any lights or anything up there. Doesn't look like he's made it up there yet, so he might still be in the basement, which might be a good sign that he's having some stuff happen. So we'll see. But the next time that I'll check in with you guys, it will be when Ryan comes out to get me. So here's to hoping he had something cool happen.
It's been a long time since anyone's shown themselves to me. I'm starting to think that maybe I was crazy. That I didn't actually see what I saw or hear what I heard. Can you show me?
Yep.
I would love that.
If I'm aware.
You're aware? It's cool that you're speaking through this box if you are speaking to respond to me. But I need more than that. I need you to do something to show me that I'm not alone in here. Earlier, when there were people exploring the house, how many were there? Were there 7? 7 in here? On tours earlier, when we first got here.
В связи с происшествием с самолетом
I don't know what language that was. Emily? Emma? I think that was what they said your name was. Did you live up here? Music box has not gone off at all. Adds to the credibility of it going off earlier when we were downstairs. It's not batteries. It's not malfunctioning. I wonder if it even went off on abandonment. I'm opening myself up to you. I told you earlier when Dave was with me that you could push me, you could touch me, you could do whatever you wanted, and that's still true. I'm here for the full experience. Don't you want some excitement? If you slam that door at the bottom, I'd be stuck up here. How about this? If you're tired of me being up here asking you questions and you set off that music, I'll leave. I'll go back downstairs right now. You won't have to deal with me again at all tonight. I won't come back up here if that's what you want. Or maybe there's no one listening to me at all, and I'm just speaking to the walls. That's what I want to know. It's time for my friend Dave to come in anyway. Maybe you can scare him. Would you do me that favor and scare my friend Dave? I think it'd be really funny. It'd be a fun game.
All right, so it is my turn here in the Bruce mansion by myself. And Ryan is going to go sit in the much anticipated air conditioning, I'm sure.
Yep, that's right. That attic was pretty toasty, so I'm going to go sit out in the car and leave the mansion to yourself. You can do whatever you want in here to try and get activity.
All right.
Not limited to sacrifice, ritual, calling out. Offerings. Have fun.
Oh, I will.
Better see at least one of those things in there. Oh,
Take it easy.
I'm trying. Okay. All right, I'm outside. I'm headed to the car to sit out here. Maybe Dave will have something happen.
All right, guys. So I am officially in the Bruce mansion by myself. And we're going to see if we can have anything happen. This right here is the room where apparently a gentleman lost his scruples and started writing stuff on the wall for some reason. So I'm going to try in here first, and we'll see what happens. All right, so I got the music box set up on the right door, the candle on the left door. So if there are any spirits here in the home with me, and you can hear me talking to you, could you try to touch one of the two things that I just set up in either doorway that lead into this room? I would be greatly appreciative if you could. My name is Dave, and my friend Ryan was just in here trying to make communication with you. And we figured we would take turns and maybe you would feel more comfortable with just one of us in here. If that is true, could you try to touch the glowing candle in the doorway? And it will turn off, and that'll let me know that you can hear me. So if you could do that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
That air conditioning does feel nice. He was right. But I'm out here alone in the car while Dave is alone inside the Bruce mansion. I mean, when I was in there started to get this, I don't know, it's hard to describe. It's like for the entirety of the time that we've been in here tonight, I haven't really felt any sort of creepy feelings or the feeling of being watched or anything like that. But towards the end up there in the attic, I really started to feel like that sensation creep in, that apprehension, the feeling that I was being watched started to come back. So maybe this is a good point, and maybe Dave will have something happen, or he'll hear something, or something paranormal will happen.
No, I know or as far as I know, the gentleman who last owned this place, who wrote the stuff on the walls, as far as I know, he's still living. So I don't anticipate his spirit to be here, but this is a very old home, so several generations of families lived here, probably died here. There were hundreds of funerals held in this room that I'm standing in. But does it mean anything? Does any of that mean anything? Or do we just live, die, and that's it? I'm here with an open mind. And anybody who would like to come forward and speak with me, that would be greatly appreciated. let's go ahead and make our way around the first floor, you guys. And I'll keep an eye on this candle and an ear for the music box. This in here is our main gear room, so that's where all of our stuff is set up, so it's kind of a mess in there. Is there anybody in this part of the house who would like to come out and speak to me?
You know, it's interesting when you investigate a haunted location like this because legends very quickly spiral out of control, and that's something that trying to be authentic with the paranormal investigation, you also have to stay authentic with the history. I mean, legends are wonderful, and there's a lot of theories that say that through some sort of thought energy, you can create and manifest ghost stories, and I mean literal paranormal activity, from a story that isn't even true. But we also have to remember that these legends do sometimes, like Dawson said, a game of telephone. They evolve, the stories change, and before you know it, it is not even anywhere close to the truth. So this is one of those locations where they haven't really been able to find much about the history that's documented and or written down on paper, historically documented. So a lot of times these legends drive the ghost stories within these places. So all that to say, this house is very creepy. And some of the paranormal activity could come from real life tragedy that happened here, but there could also be things that influence the activity and the energy of the house that have nothing to do with the things that happened here in the past.
This is a beautiful house. I really do love your house here. That's me. You hear that music? How that just started playing just because I walked through there? Could you do that as well? Could you do that for me? Let's see. I think I'm going to attempt to do a voice recording here. Okay, this is... Oh, that was the camera beeping. I always forget about that. Setting down in windowsill. Right as the loudest vehicle of the night passes by. All right, my name is Dave. I know I've already told you that, but I've got a device sitting here in the window to the left of me that if you want to, you can try to speak at or towards that device, and there's the possibility that it will capture your voice. So could you come through and tell me why you're here? If you are here, are you aware that you've passed away? Could you tell me maybe how old you are? Suddenly it's the Daytona 500 outside. Were you born or did you die in this house? Did you build this house? There was somebody who fell down the stairs, the main staircase. So we're told. What is that person's name, if that is true? Okay, I'm gonna listen back. Just real quick.
Okay, this is. Oh, that was the camera feeding. I always forget about that. Setting down so slow.
It's funny because Dave always has a set of guidelines that he has to follow for these solo missions that kind of influence where I go and where he goes. For example, I always end up going to the dark and creepy basements alone, and that is because Dave cannot encounter any insects or spiders, and that's generally where they live in these old buildings. But also, I felt so bad for him. I volunteered to go to the attic because he was out here by the car. The cameras weren't rolling at the time. We were just tearing down abandonment, and he had to come outside. And he was on the verge of vomiting, leaning up against the car, coughing and gagging. I felt so bad for him. So please show Dave some love down in the comments, because he was feeling it. He was feeling it, and it was not good.
Okay, I'm gonna listen back.
Okay, so, the candle just went off. Nothing on the recorder there, sadly. Did you turn that candle off? Could you try to turn it back on for me? Just try to pick it up. All right, guys, that's gonna be me, but let's just go old school for a minute, you guys. Let's just walk around in the dark, in the quiet, and see if we see or hear anything without the paranormal tools that are supposed to allegedly help you with communication. I am going to leave the music box down here, but I'll be able to hear it, so we'll see. Okay. All right, I've made it up here to the second floor. And if anybody wants to come out and talk to me, you're more than welcome. I've got to go ahead and close the guano cave so I don't start vomiting again. Is there anybody in this house with me? If there is, could you make a knocking sound? Maybe knock twice in a row? You know, I came all the way here from West Virginia just to see if anybody wanted to talk to me in here. Have you ever been to West Virginia? If you have, could you make a loud sound? This is a beautiful home that you have. And I'm just here exploring it and seeing if maybe you want to talk. But you don't have to. If there's anybody up here with me, my name is Dave. I would love to know if you're here. Can you make this sound?
It was interesting to actually use the Ghost Chatter box in there with the Ghost Chatter app, because we've tried a lot of different Spirit Box apps or programs in the past, and I was interested to see how it performed. And I will say there were a couple of moments that kind of creeped me out. Whether they were real responses or not, I can't say for sure. Maybe you guys can let me know what you think in the comments below. It could have been just coincidental timing with how that was sweeping, having something come through that seemed relevant, but it was definitely a cool tool to try out for the first time here at the Bruce Mansion. So
I'm under the impression that your spirit might still be here in this house. That's what we're being told. Sorry for all of the light changes, guys. I'm trying to keep from tripping and falling in here. There's a lot of different level changes and stuff. Okay. If you're back in this part of the house, could you please give me a sign and let me know? Could you maybe slam one of these cabinet doors shut? So far, guys, nothing. Are you down there? If you're down on the first floor, could you step in front of my music box? Anybody want to go for a jacuzzi? My battery is about to die here.
Dave's back. How'd it go?
It was extremely quiet.
Was it?
Didn't have anything happen.
Strange.
So I figured I'd come back out here before this battery dies and...
Yep. Well, maybe we should go back upstairs to the second floor in that room with the bedroom and just set up for a couple of minutes and see and call out and see if anyone wants to talk to us before we pack up and leave. And if we get nothing, then we can call it a night. It just isn't our night. But let's go ahead and head back in.
Let's do it.
So we're getting ready to get started here in the room, the bedroom on the second floor that has the crazy cool bed frame in it. This is where Dawson and Connor were investigating.
Dark. Disease. Slave.
They were investigating when they heard a woman's voice. So we have the door to the attic cracked open with the meter, and the camera's shooting into this room. We have the music box in the doorway here. So if anything moves in this room back on this back quadrant, the music box should go off. There's a box I put in the middle of the floor that you may be able to make words with. We haven't used anything like it tonight. We'd love it if you could come and tell us your name. Or possibly tell us why people see and experience really weird things in this house.
Would you mind switching just for a minute or two?
Oh, that's fine. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Like Ryan said, we just came up here to try to see if anybody wanted to talk one final time before we head out. If you do, you can use that device that's in the middle of the floor to speak words that might have some sort of...
That was outside. That was sounding like tires. Sounded like someone was making tire marks.
Erase. Skip.
Yeah, you can hear the thing in the middle of the floor.
Region.
Can you use that to say your name?
My name's Ryan, that's Dave. We've said it a couple times tonight.
Or there's a music box in this doorway that you could try to pick up. You can hear the music. Or the bottom of the attic.
Music.
Whoa, dude.
Baby.
Music, baby. Interesting.
Grind.
It definitely...
Wow.
It caught it right there. It said music.
Yeah, we've got a music box sitting right there.
Area. Presidents.
I'm pointing right at it. Can you make that thing? Just stand right in front of it if you're here. Or if you want to just stand at the bottom of the attic steps and listen to us, we won't see you there. Was it John Williams?
John Williams, like the composer that did Walker. John Walker. So you're thinking
John Walker, okay.
Castle.
Is John Walker in here with us?
John Williams. Cue the cinematic score.
Didn't he direct Jurassic Park?
He did the soundtrack.
Oh, okay. John, are you here? If you're here, can you stand in the doorway to this bedroom here? Or maybe Cynthia?
You said music right after Dave did, so we think maybe you might be able to hear us, or that, if not, that's a really weird coincidence. But if you can hear us, can you make...
Set.
Can you make the music play?
Shoulder. Stand.
Just walk in front of it. Across the carpet.
Just like this. See how easy that was? Can you do it? Or if you'd like for us to just shut up and leave you alone, can you close the door to the attic or third floor and we'll get all of our stuff and we'll leave right now?
Learn.
You trying to learn how to use that box?
Carry.
Is that the name, Carrie?
No.
Oh.
Again,
I was going to say, what happened? As the story goes, I don't want to keep harping on this story, but
Voice.
Say voice?
Bracelet.
Yes, voice and bracelet.
I don't want to keep harping on it, because I know it was a very tragic thing that happened, but that's the only thing we know about you, John. There was a tragedy involving something that led to someone losing their life. Can you tell us what caused the person to, at least the person in the story, what caused them to pass away?
Your home is very beautiful. We love it. We've heard that there have been a lot of tragedies here in the house and on the property. And that's why we're here, trying to see if we can talk to you about those tragedies while also enjoying your beautiful house.
Whose bed was this? This is a beautiful bed frame.
Who'd it belong to?
It shows you the difference in nights. I mean, we can't speak on what we had happen on abandonment, because obviously we weren't in here
Right.
to know. But the difference of, like Dawson and Connor being in here, and they had their shirt pulled, and they heard footsteps, and they captured voices that they heard audibly. And as far as we know, we haven't had any of that tonight.
Mm-mm. Yeah, we won't know for sure until we go back and review this, you guys, but unless something happened on abandonment, I don't think we've had anything.
Nothing that we can say is definitively paranormal.
Mm-mm.
I'm making an offering. I offer you my body and soul to drag to hell. Was that you?
That was not me.
I was just joking, but damn. Who's moving out there? Are you coming to drag me? Wait. Thought I heard movement again out there.
Who's out here?
Do you hear movement?
Now that that fan shut off, we'll be able to hear. You want to step out here?
Mm-hmm.
Often, we
Has to be. But where?
There is somebody in this house. We are security. This is your one chance to leave.
choke.
That was clearly footsteps. Whether it's an animal or a person or something else.
Bind.
Is that upstairs?
The hell? Hello? Scratching. It's definitely an animal.
It's down here, I think. Or it's in the walls.
Is it loud down there?
Yeah.
Because it's very soft up here. That was me.
Ed.
Listen.
Case.
It's definitely an animal. Just be careful in case it's a freaking raccoon.
It should run when it sees us, unless it's rabid, in which case it'll come for me and then I'll have to drop kick it.
Full.
Is it back there?
For me. Plain.
It's out there on the roof.
It's out on the roof.
What is it?
It's right here.
Do you see it? What is it?
Two raccoons. What are you two doing?
Are they coming in?
No, they're climbing back down now. They're poking their head up over. They're going back down the... I did get a quick glance of them as I rounded the corner, but they're going back down. They were climbing the downspout.
So, debunked, guys. That was raccoons. Probably trying to come in this window.
Probably.
Recuse.
I don't know if that's the same noises that Dawson and Connor were hearing, but
yeah, I mean, it's hard to discern because for a minute the sounds sounded like they were human footsteps, you know.
Yes.
So the raccoons were desperately trying to get in here, and this window's completely gone, so it's an easy access point, and they obviously know that, so they can get into the building. So
that is probably something we're going to have to be mindful of when we're watching abandonment.
Right.
So the only possible paranormal activity was raccoons.
That goes to show you, though, if you hear a noise, don't run and scream. Follow the noise.
Yeah.
you might find yourself some cute furry friends.
I don't know if I would use that adjective.
You don't think they're cute and furry?
No, I think they're creepy.
Raccoons?
Yes.
My God. If raccoons weren't illegal to own, I would love to own a raccoon. They're so cute. Because these raccoons are probably desperately trying to come in here. And we were able to debunk it, and we know now that these animals are trying to get into the house and they have access points. We're going to go ahead and end the investigation here. This has been a fun night here at the Bruce Mansion, and we have a lot of footage to review and a lot of things that we have to go over. And you already know, watching the episode, what we determined from that. We don't in this moment, though. So, yeah, if you enjoyed this episode and you liked this house, definitely leave a comment down below letting us know what you think of the Bruce Mansion and of our investigation. And like we said earlier, please go over and watch Dawson and Connor's video, because they had some creepy stuff happen, or they had a creepy night here. We want to support those guys. Real paranormal investigators here on YouTube. We got to support each other, and we love those guys. They're some of our best friends, so make sure you show them some love. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you on the next episode, on the next adventure, at the next location on our paranormal quest. Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed that video, here's another one just like it right up here. Or if you're looking for something different, down here on the bottom is a fitness video from a channel I just started. We want to thank all of our YouTube members and Patreon supporters for making all of this possible. And we'll see you next time.